You are a mother of a little human or big humans or of the animal kind. Happy Mother's Day, guys, girls. My name is Jamie Osmond, and on behalf of the co-pastors and our board of trustees, we welcome you to the Colby Memorial Temple for our Sunday service. To begin our service, Sandy Joya will light 3 candles, symbolizing the unity of body, mind, and spirit. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Please rise for our opening prayer and remain standing for our first hymn. Infinite Intelligence, thank you so much for this beautiful day. Thank you so much for the beautiful mothers that we have in our lives. We ask that you bless this service, that you keep everybody's hearts open, and that everything that comes in and comes through is for the highest and best as always. We are always gracious and full of gratitude for the love and the support that you give us. Amen. Our first hymn will be led by me, and it is number 4, For the Beauty of the Earth. For the beauty of the earth, for the beauty of the skies, for the love from which our birth over and around us lies. Lord of all to thee we raise. This our hymn of grateful praise for the beauty of each hour of the day and of the night, hill and vale and tree and flower, sun and moon and stars of light, Lord of all this our hymn of grateful praise for the joy of human love. Brother, sister, parent, child, friends on earth and friends above, for all gentle thoughts and mild, Lord of all to thee. This our hymn of grateful praise for thy church that hath lifted holy hands above, offering up on every shore a pure sacrifice of love. Lord of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. Thank you. You may be seated. Located on the handout and in the front cover of your hymnal are our Declaration of Principles. Please join me in reciting these principles together. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomenon of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule, whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individual and that he makes his own happiness or unhappiness as he obeys or disobeys nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. The healing prayer is located in the back of your hymnal. Please recite for me the prayer for spiritual healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. Now, for all of those who would wish to receive a spiritual healing, please take a seat along the wall on the sides and go to the next available healer. While the healers work the rest of us will join in a guided meditation.
And now just allow yourselves to get comfortable in your chairs and close your eyes and just prepare to journey within, becoming aware of your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Noticing the steady, quiet rhythm of your breathing. Letting go of any thoughts that may arise. Just seeing them float away as a balloon floats gently into the sky. Now visualize yourself taking a walk in the country to a place of beauty and tranquility. It's a warm summer's day. The sky is just so blue with just an occasional fluffy cloud floating by. The sun is shining brightly and the birds are singing so happily. It's just so peaceful here, away from the hustle and bustle of life. There's a stream running nearby, and you can hear the water as it gently flows in the stream. And the gentle breeze is blowing through the air, and it rustles the leaves on the trees. And you notice there's flowers all around, and you can see the butterflies dancing all around them. It's just so peaceful here. And you see a large oak tree nearby. And so you walk over to it and sit underneath it for a while and be in total harmony with your surroundings. This is a place where you can feel safe and secure and free from all the busyness. Take a few more deep breaths. The air is so pure and clean. And you feel your skin tingling as your body is being cleansed with every breath you take. And as you look up into the sky, you see what looks like a star, but no ordinary star. For this star shines not only during the day, but it shines with all the colors of the rainbow. And as you continue to gaze upon this beautiful star, you realize it's gently drifting down like a feather towards you, just drifting down gently. And soon it is hovering above your head, and you find yourself being encompassed with this rainbow of colors. Just allow all these colors to soak into you, into every cell of your body, feeling them cleansing and purifying every part of your being. And soon the rainbow is replaced by a radiant golden glow. And you find you're filled with feelings of love and compassion for yourself and for all forms of life all around you. You feel your heart just opening wide. And within this radiant glow, you see standing right before you a beautiful angel of God. And you know in your heart that this presence is here to help you in some way today. And you begin to realize that you are able to solve problems that have been bothering you for some time now. And that no problem is so large that you can't handle it, knowing that you have the loving support of this beautiful angel or guide. For this divine presence knows everything there is to know about you and loves you unconditionally in spite of all your human struggles. This divine presence has always been and will always be there standing beside you to guide you and help you in any way possible. So I invite you to take a few moments just to thank this guide or angel for all the blessings that you've received in your life and for all the blessings you will continue to receive. And as you express your thanks to this angel or guide, it merges back into the rainbow of colors and then slowly merges back into the star as it floats effortlessly up from where it came. And you now know wherever you are and whatever you're doing, your divine presence is watching over you, protecting you, guiding you, and loving you just for who you are, just for being. And so breathing easily now, you can once again feel yourself coming back into this space, feeling yourself in your body, your feet on the floor, and just drawing up the energy of Mother Earth, that loving energy from Mother Earth up into your feet, into your legs, up your whole body. Feeling that love from Mother Earth as well. And so when you're ready, just opening your eyes, feeling yourself more grounded now, and letting yourself come back into this room, being present, knowing in a deep place that you are better for this, and so you are.
Thank you, Deborah. That was beautiful. If you have received a healing resulting in a correction or improvement, please complete the yellow card in the back of your hymnal. It looks like this, and give it to the pastor at the back of the temple or mail the card to us. You may also place it in the collection plate. We like to thank our healers for sharing their gift of healing. From left to right, my left to right, there is Jackie Arnold, Marty Hadaway, Reverend Dr. Sheldon Ganberg, Darlene McCormick, Reverend Dr. Suzanne DeWeese, Lori Carter, and Daryl Demerit. Thank you, guys. Please stand for our next hymn, How Great Thou Art, which is located on the back page of your hymnal. We don't have it? I don't know. It's not a number. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do this a cappella. I think a lot of us know this, so. Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunders, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, when through the woods and forest glades I wander and hear the birds sing sweetly in the trees. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur and see the brook and feel the gentle breeze, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. That was beautiful. Thank you. You may be seated. That was one of my grandmother's all-time favorites. I just had to say that. So now I have the honor and the privilege of introducing our guest speaker. She is one of our 3 co-pastors here at the temple and a certified healer and teacher in the camp. She is also a dear friend of mine. I love her to death. And she is retired from being a licensed clinical social worker and therapist. Please welcome me please welcome me. Please help me in welcoming our guest speaker, Rev Debra Greten Ganberg. Great. We love laughter in here. It's great. Well, I woke up in the middle of the night a few weeks ago, wondering what I would talk about this Sunday on Mother's Day. And it's kind of fun, and it's always a surprise because I never know what direction Spirit's going to lead me in. But this one particular night when I awoke, Spirit gave me the clear message that I needed to speak about the art of giving and receiving today. And I thought, yeah, that'd be a good topic on Mother's Day, since mothers typically give out a whole lot. But in thinking even more about it, it made me wonder just how much mothers allow themselves to receive. How many of you here are comfortable with giving to others? Raise your hand. How many of you here are comfortable with giving? That's what I figured. I figured most people here who were drawn here to Colby Temple would be very comfortable with that. All right, now I'm going to ask you to be honest now. How many of you are totally comfortable with receiving from others and asking for help? That's what I figured. Not many people. It's something I've had to work on, so. Well, thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. So my guess was probably that all of us here this morning are pretty good at giving to others. But when we are on the receiving end, that can be a totally different story. But as we dig a little deeper with this topic this morning, you may realize there are some ways in which you may subconsciously block yourself from being open to getting nurturance from other people, as well as the universe. And sometimes it may be possible that it's even hard to receive from God or Spirit. Now, the law of giving and receiving is based on the fact that everything in the universe operates through dynamic exchange. The law of giving and receiving is simple. If you want love, learn to give love. If you want attention and appreciation, learn to give attention and appreciation to others. Giving inspires receiving, and receiving promotes giving. You've probably heard the phrase, what goes around comes around. Kind of same principle, law of attraction. Every relationship is one of give and take, because giving and receiving are different aspects of the flow of the energy in the universe. And if you stop the flow of either one of them, you interfere with nature's intelligence. Billy Graham once said, and I quote, "God has given us 2 hands, one to receive with and one to give with." I also found a quote by Deepak Chopra that speaks to this circulation of energy. And he said, "Wherever I go and whomever I encounter, I will bring them a gift. The gift may be a compliment, a flower, or a prayer. Today, I will give something to everyone I come into contact with. And so I will begin the process
of circulating joy and wealth and affluence in my life and in the lives of others. And he goes on to say, today I will gratefully receive all the gifts that life has to offer. I will receive the gifts of nature, the sunlight, the sounds of birds or singing or spring showers. I will also be open to receiving from others, whether it be in the form of a material gift, money, a compliment, or a prayer. It is the intention behind our giving and receiving that is the most important thing. When the act of giving is joyful, unconditional, and from the heart, when the energy behind it, then the energy behind this act increases many times over. But if we feel we have lost something through the act of giving, or we are angry about it, then the gift is not truly given and will not cause increase. And I know before I really started on my spiritual journey, sometimes I would be angry about giving. I'd make the decision to give when I wasn't really able to, but I would give anyway. And I would feel a little angry about it. I'd feel angry at myself for kind of abandoning myself and not taking care of me. And so that can happen. To me, the true spirit of giving is giving or doing for others without expecting anything in return. Giving unconditionally, no strings attached, just giving in the spirit of love. Helping others gives meaning to our lives and helps to make life worthwhile. Giving also helps us to feel more connected to the whole human race. Research has shown that people who give to others feel good about themselves, adding to their level of self-esteem and self-confidence. So the act of giving from the heart surely benefits the giver and the person who is receiving. But I always say but when I talk. But what I'm really looking forward to focusing on this morning is the sister energy of giving, which is receiving, which is the hardest one for, I think, many of us. Some of us may feel embarrassed or uncomfortable when others compliment us or try to give to us. We may subconsciously put up kind of an energetic wall because we feel unworthy inside of the love or nurturing that another person may be giving to us. And you know, when we aren't allowing ourselves to truly take in what others give to us, we most likely aren't giving love and nurturing to ourselves, which is equally important. It's kind of like a mathematical equation. They go together. But part of the cycle of living includes allowing ourselves to receive. It's really, really important. Because if we don't allow ourselves to receive, our well runs dry. And we get really depleted, very depleted. We can get sick. However, for many reasons, our ability to receive from others and the universe may become blocked. And it's certainly understandable why this might happen. We all know life on Earth is not easy. And at one time or another, we all experience painful moments, hurts, emotional traumas in relationship, and negative messages about ourselves, either from the family we grew up in or the culture we live in, whether these messages are spoken or unspoken. And unspoken messages can be just as powerful as spoken messages, because it's about the energy that gets put out. Any past hurts or traumas or negative messages about who we are, what we look like, can cause deeply seated doubts about our worthiness to receive. It can cause shame or embarrassment about who we are as people, and can create barriers to accepting and truly allowing in the emotional support that we all need, and the feelings of love and caring that we all long for. Have you ever given a gift or a sincere compliment to someone and you could tell they didn't take it in? Yeah, they may turn away. This is what I've experienced. They may turn away. I've had that happen. Or they keep talking like they never heard you give the compliment. Or they quickly change the subject, like start talking about the weather. All of those things have happened to me. I've done a few of those things in the past until I learned to receive. Or you just feel it energetically. Your kind energy only goes so far, and then it kind of bounces off of them. You can kind of feel it, especially if you're an empath. You can kind of feel that your energy come about this far, and then boom, doesn't go in. I'll give you an example of a situation I observed recently. Sheldon and I were spending time with a dear friend of ours and her family. After dinner, I was talking to my friend's daughter, Mary, who had a difficult childhood. She had a lot of abandonment issues with her father and has been going through a challenging time in her life because of that. Growing up, she received constant messages from her father, both spoken and unspoken, that she was not worth his time or attention or his love. And after her parents divorced, her father would make plans with her and then consistently cancel them last minute and just not show up at all sometimes. He consistently made promises to her and then never, ever came through with them. And so this, of course, hurt her very, very deeply. And so in adulthood, who did Mary attract into her life? Mary attracted men into her life like her father, who treated her in a similar way that her father did. Because she didn't feel worthy of the love and caring from men. And so this pattern continued to reinforce her feelings of unworthiness and mistrust, of course. Recently, though, some good news, Mary had made great strides in therapy to heal from her relationship with her father and heal the past and move forward. So while I was talking to Mary, at one point in my conversation with her, I said, "Gee, Mary, I see you've been working really hard to reach out for help and to heal from the difficult times in your past. That takes a lot of courage and strength, and you're doing wonderfully at it." Mary kind of looked down and said, "Well, I'm doing what I can," and then completely changed the subject on me. I could tell right then by her body language and changing the subject that the heartfelt compliment that I had given her bounced right off the front of her. So I said to her, "Mary, can I give you some feedback?" And she knew I was a therapist, so she knew I did this stuff all the time. She said, "Yes, of course." I said, "When I gave you that compliment about how hard you've been working on yourself and how courageous you are, I could feel energetically that you weren't able to take it in at all. It just kind of bounced right off of you. Did you notice that at all?" Mary said, "Well, now that I think about it, I realized I didn't let it in. I think I do that a lot." Then I asked her if she knew why she has trouble taking it in and truly receiving the nice things that people say to her. She thought for a moment, her eyes tearing up a bit. And then she said, "Whenever I've received compliments in the past, it always felt like there were strings attached to it. Like someone wants something from me or there'll be a price to pay for it, which makes me feel it really isn't true anyway. And if I'm really being honest with myself, I don't feel like I deserve it anyway." So that was hopeful because it was great that Mary was able to do some self-reflection, because awareness is always the first step in recognizing emotional blockages of any kind that we have from the past, so that we can heal from the past and change our sabotaging behaviors. Once again, when we don't allow ourselves to take in nurturing from others, or when we don't get the love and nurturing we need as children, we feel we don't deserve it as adults. But when we are able to receive from another person, we get nourishment that is essential for our hearts and our souls. Nurturing from another helps us to experience wholeness as a human being and experience the true depth of ourselves. We all need positive mirroring from others. We all do, especially if we didn't get it growing up. To receive is our inhale, just as essential as giving is our exhale. You know, as I said before, we sometimes even get in our own way when it comes to accepting God's love for us. We listen to other voices in our life that may have told us that we're not worthy to receive God's love. Other times we've closed our hearts to protect ourselves because of something that happened to us that just hurt so much. And when we do not trust opening our hearts to anyone, not even spirit, it makes it difficult. The reality of our humanity is that we can close our hearts to God's love for us. Perhaps we harbor unforgiveness in our hearts towards someone that hurt us, to the point that it begins to erode away our trust in Spirit's love and care for us. Or maybe we're angry at God because of the difficult things that have happened in our life. Maybe we feel betrayed by Spirit. And that happens a lot too. People think, you know, if I live a really good life and I'm loving, you know, why do these things happen to me? So the question is, how do we open our hearts more to receive love and nurturance when such deeply seated beliefs and hurts might block us from receiving? Because if we truly follow a spiritual path of healing, we must learn once again how to open our hearts and receive. That's part of the spiritual path. Remember, it's all about the flow of energy. It's very important for us, too, to be gentle with ourselves around this process of reopening our hearts. By gently encouraging the chains of the old to loosen, and then dissolving their grip that restricts our ability to receive, we can help our mind and our body and our heart begin to open again to receive. And this is when the true healing begins. And sometimes when our heart opens, a lot of feelings start coming up because we've had our heart closed and we weren't able to feel some of those hurts that have been inside. But that's a good thing. I always used to tell clients, if you're feeling and sadness is coming up, whatever's coming up, you're healing. Sometimes you even don't know in the moment what's coming up, but just let yourself feel it, because that's the process of healing, getting that stuff unstuck from your body. So it's important to start in environments that feel very safe for us. A lot of people start in nature. Many people start there. They seem to have more inherent trust in nature than in other people or God when beginning their process of healing. As we allow ourselves to receive new insights from the trees and the animals, we can begin to build trust in receiving nurturance and love from nature and from the universe. And as many as you know, having a pet can be a great way to experience unconditional love. They're the best. Next, we can gain practice with receiving through interactions with other people. And as we enter each new moment in environments that feel safe for us, and that's a biggie, it's really important to have those environments feel safe for us. It's important to hold the intention to receive. To receive somebody's smile, if someone smiles at you, or receive someone's hello or compliment, or receive someone's genuine interest to meet us and get to know who we are. Each step builds on our ability to receive, to open up just a little bit more. Mindful attention to this practice includes our awareness of how we feel in each moment and to honor those feelings. And as I said before, the awareness is the first step to changing anything. So if you get a compliment or a smile or something like that, and you kind of feel energetically that wall is kind of starting to go up, just be mindful of it. Just notice it. And then maybe think about why that is, and it'll help you start to heal that. Because while our hearts may be delicate, that delicate nature is built on a foundation of resiliency, courage, and strength. We can always tap into that. One of the most beautiful gifts we can give ourselves in this lifetime is the gift of receiving from another soul. That's what intimacy is all about. I'd like to close now with a quote from Henry Nouwen on the importance of receiving. And I quote, "Receiving is often harder than giving. Giving is very important. Giving insight, giving hope, giving courage, giving support, giving money, giving of ourselves. Without giving, there is no brotherhood or sisterhood." And he goes on to say, but receiving is just as important, because by receiving, we reveal to the givers that they have gifts to offer us. We mirror that back to them. When we truly receive, we can see in our eyes and our hearts that we really received it, that we're really saying thank you, and that's a gift to them. When we say thank you, you gave me hope. Thank you, you gave me a reason to live. Thank you, you allowed me to realize my dream. We make the givers aware of their unique and precious gifts. Sometimes it is only in the eyes of the receivers that givers discover their gifts. End of quote. We give such a beautiful gift to others when we can truly open our hearts and show them just how thankful and touched we are by their gifts of love to us. And so, on this Mother's Day, all you mothers and daughters and sisters, and all you men out there as well, you're not going to get away with it now, okay? You're probably a mother type figure to something in your life, so or someone. So we all have a feminine side of ourselves. So just embrace that for today, if you would. This is always important. This is just as important for you to allow yourselves to begin working on strengthening that ability to receive, that ability to have your soul just hugged and nurtured. So in light of everything I've shared with you this morning, I'm asking you to make a promise to yourself today, all of you. Do something nice for yourself. Give yourself a gift of some kind, something that will make your soul happy and jump around and feel loved. Take a walk near the water. Snuggle up on the couch and read a book. Buy yourself a little gift, maybe something you've always wanted. Give yourself a pat on the back for something you did recently that was hard to do, or that took a lot of courage or persistence to do. Just nurture yourself in some way today. Because you know what? You really do deserve it. Thank you. Bless you.
You, Deborah, that was very, very nice. Very nice. During our musical interlude, we'll be passing around the basket. We thank you in advance for your generosity. Our musical interlude will be presented by me. I haven't seen my mother in some time, but her face is always staring back at me. Her heavy hands swing at the ends of my arms, and my colors change like the sea. But I don't worry much about time lost. I'm not gunning for the dreams I couldn't find. She taught me how to walk the best that I can on a road that I've left behind. But most of all, she taught me to forgive, how to keep a cool head, how to love the one you're with. And when I'm far into the distance and the pushing comes to shove, to remember what comes back when you give away your love, give away your love. When you give your love away, give away your love. I haven't heard my mother's voice in a while, but her words are always falling out my mouth. My mind and spirit are at odds sometimes, and they fight like the north and the south. But I still care enough to bear the weight of the heaviness to which my heart is tethered. She taught me how to be strong and say goodbye, and that love is forever. But most of all, she taught me how to fight, how to move across the line between the wrong and the right. And when I'm far into the distance and the pushing comes to shove, to remember what comes back when you give away your love, give away your love. When you give your love away, give away your love. Give your love away. Oh, give your love away. And remember what comes back to you. Give your love away. I give your love away. And remember what comes back to you. I haven't seen my mother in some time, but her face is always staring back at me. Her heavy hands hang at the ends of my arms, and my colors change like the sea. Thank you. Thank you. I love pulling double duty. I'd like to take prayer attitude, or an attitude of prayer. I'm saying things backwards today. Infinite intelligence, thank you so much for the money that we have received, for the generosity of others. We ask that you guide us in using it for the highest and the best of everything that we have. Thank you and amen. Announcements. Next Wednesday, May 15th, our message bearer for the message service will be Reverend Dr. Lewis Gates. Next Sunday, May 19th, our guest speaker at our 10:30 service will be Reverend Philip DeLong. Every Sunday, we have Adult Lyceum, also known as Adult Sunday School, from 9:30 to 10:15 in the Andrew Jackson Davis Building. Next Sunday, May 19th, our Lyceum speaker is Darlene McCormick. Next Saturday evening, Robin Mazzatino will be starting her monthly Sacred Alchemy Moon Circle from 7 to 9 p.m. in the AJD, and I believe that's a $10 donation. There are no workshops planned for today, so we hope that all the mothers will go out and enjoy the rest of their day. We also have a donation jar in the front of our temple right there for our very, 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 very old sound system. We need a makeover big time. So thank you for contributing to that. To participate in absentee healing, please print the name and first initial of the last name of a loved one, friend, or even a pet in our healing book at the left corner of the Colby Temple, which is over on that side. Every Thursday morning, we have our healing meditation circle at 11 a.m. in the Andrew Jackson Davis Building, otherwise known as the bookstore, where all the names on the healing list are held in prayer and all are welcome to attend. We also have an activities calendar and a church bulletin in your hymnal for you to take home and give a friend, and they look like this. Our website, casadega.org, also has the monthly information as well as any upcoming events. Please stand for our next hymn, number 44, Higher Grounds. I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day, still praying as I onward bound. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on high, unstable land. On higher place than I have found, Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. My heart has long desired to stay, there now to rise and fear dismay. Though some may dwell, peace abound, my prayer, my aim is higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on high, unstable land, a higher place than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. I want to live above the world. Thou angry dart at me are hurled, for faith has taught the joyful sounds, the song on saints on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on high, unstable land, a higher place than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. I want to scale the utmost height and catch a gleam of glory bright, but still I pray I found. Lord, lead me on to higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on high, unstable land, a higher place than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Thank you. You may be seated. Now for the fun part. Not that everything else wasn't fun. For the message portion of our service, I would like to welcome to the platform, Reverend Dr. Sheldon Ganberg.
All right, yeah. Okay, let's see. On to this side. Zero. I see a spirit right here with the lady with the blondish hair to the side. Yes, you. Okay. I'm picking up a male energy, and this energy is, he left very quickly on this research swing, and he battled some physical ailments for a long period of time, and finally gave way and inside himself he came to terms with the fact that he did everything he needed to do with his life. I'm picking up something with the throat, and so he had some challenges with his throat as well as with this part of his body here in his chest. What I'm not understanding, okay, sir, okay, he says that he didn't come across as a very, very nice person. And he was very irritable because he felt some discomfort in his body, and a lot of the physical ailments that he had affected his personality. And at the very end of life, it wasn't being correctly. And some of that was projected onto you. And he was asking you for your forgiveness because it's not what he really wanted to do. He had no control of himself. And it just came out sideways and all around. And so he's asking you to please forgive him. He said he loves you and always loved you, and he wants you to know how much he really, really, really wanted to be there for you, and it just wasn't able to. And it says that he's around you whenever you need him. He's around you because he knows he wasn't with you before. He's there now. See? Love. Okay, go over to the side of the room. I'm feeling one for the lady in white. Okay, spirit is saying, come on, it's time. It's time for you to get moving. Let the procrastination go. It's time for you to get out into the world and do what you've always wanted to do, which is be in service for other people. You're a very gifted counselor, you're a very gifted intuitive, you're very gifted in a lot of different ways. But you haven't given yourself enough credit. I'm seeing spirit, I'm seeing your father on the other side of life saying to you that it's time for you to let go of the shame and to let go of what's holding you back and all the negative programming. He said, I didn't help you very much there in the department. I know I contributed to it. He said, but we are ignorant on the side of life. He said that I gained a lot of awareness on the other side. And so he's portraying himself as a wiser energy. And so he's encouraging you to let go of negative programming, let go of the I'm not good enough, I'm never going to be good enough. So let go of all that stuff, get out into the world, develop your intuitive capacity even more. All it takes is a little bit of practice. Get out into the world, do it, and you're going to be changing your life very shortly. Within the next 3 months, we see you opening. Right now, you're on. I can see a crossroads right now, and right now you're headed towards the area where you're going to be only your own path. I hear spirit cheering you on. You're getting the encouragement. Just open yourself up to it. You need that a lot of blessings. Finish. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now, I see your heart opening. It's I see almost like it's almost like transfiguration. Your face is changing. Everything about you is changing right now. You barely know the person you were. And I'm seeing, okay, there's male energy on the right side, so it must be, okay, it's an uncle. It's a very important uncle that has been watching over you. And he was a kind of person who also had an open heart, but the family kind of looked at him as being a whim. But he really wasn't a whim. He was really a kind-hearted individual and had a very, very highly developed feminine side. And he's always been kind of supportive of you in the background. And so he's saying that I'm here supporting you and opening up your heart. You've gone through a lot of development, letting go of the grief and letting go of the energies that have been holding you back. And it's time to open up that heart even more. And we see you developing relationships in your life that are going to be on the same level that you are. Because before, what they're saying is that you've been attracting other individuals in your life that weren't at the same level of consciousness, and you were always disappointed as a result of that. But now, with all the inner work that you've been doing in your life, you're ready, and you're going to be attracting the energy that meets you exactly where you needed to be. So look forward to it. I see doors opening for you. Own it, and as our speaker said, receive it, and it shall be. We need that a lot of love and blessings. Thank you all.
Thank you. We would like to remind everyone that we will have our afternoon message service from 12 to 12:30 here in the Colby Temple. A group of mediums and student mediums will be giving spirit greetings to as many individuals as they can reach during this message service, and everyone is welcome. We encourage you to visit our bookstore, which is open from 11:30 to 5 p.m. today and open Monday through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please rise for our closing hymn number 203, Let There Be Peace on Earth, and remain standing for the closing prayer. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, let its circles meant to be. With love, in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be my home now. By day, let this be my song and vow. To taste each moment and each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Infinite intelligence, thank you once again for this beautiful gathering of souls. May we go out today and touch others that need it so desperately, and may we be able to receive what they have to give us. We ask this in all sincere and honesty and full of gratitude as always. Amen. You guys have a great day and happy Mother's Day once again.